I like Taco Bell. However, I need to be skinny because I always just say but like, however. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Behind the Brilliance. I'm Ashtyn.
And I'm Danielle.
And today we are going to play a little game called Agree and Disagree, okay? So I have a list of topics. They are lash world industry hot takes or misconceptions, and we're going to tell you guys whether we agree or disagree. So, yeah, let's
just dive in.
Get on into it.
All right. I have no idea what any of these topics are.
Low-key, I don't really either. So,
we love that.
Surprise for all of us. Retention problems are always the glue.
Disagree.
There are so many things that play into that. It can be
application,
client,
how old your adhesive is,
your client's aftercare.
Be the glue. Okay.
You need bonder for good retention.
Disagree. Absolutely false. Fake news.
I feel like you guys know our thoughts and comments and concerns with bonders. Get that out of my face.
Yeah, and if you don't, watch our whole video on that.
Yeah, or basically we shit on them the whole time. Primer fixes everything. Disagree. I've never used a primer.
I mean, it's like funny because if you use it as a term of like priming the lashes, not with a primer, but with a cleanser, because priming would mean like preparing essentially.
Oh.
But using a primer that's like labeled a primer and sold as a primer, I don't think is necessary, but I do think it's necessary to prime the lashes with Clarity Cleanser.
So did you say agree or disagree?
I probably said disagree because I knew that meant. Did I? I don't know if I responded, honestly.
Okay, so we'll say like.
Depends on what you mean by primer is
yes.
what. Yeah.
Faster equals more advanced.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. I will say that when you do get more advanced in your lash career, you do go faster. But also, there could be somebody who isn't very advanced and they're speeding through their sets and it looks horrible.
Right, and we also had a whole episode on that too. Slow down and your sets will probably look better.
Okay, well, on that note, slow equals more precise. I'm going to say disagree.
Yeah, because I mean, precision is not determined by speed at all. Precision is precision. So
I agree.
I agree with you disagreeing.
Classic is easier than volume.
Yeah, it's
for beginners, yes.
Yeah, for advanced, no. Because like
literally,
I feel so contradicted on that because like I find classic hard for me to do.
Yeah.
Because I just don't do classic very much. But we obviously teach students classic first because that allows them to focus on isolation and lash selection and all the other parts of lashing. Whereas learning volume is so many more steps. So yeah, I do think it's better for beginners, but it's hard to do.
I agree. You should lash every single natural lash. I think that this is circumstantial. I think that you shouldn't be lashing lashes that are super baby lashes. I can't withhold a lash. I don't think that you should be lashing broken lashes. I don't think that you should be lashing every single lash if somebody has literally hundreds of thousands of lashes. But that's not to say that if somebody comes in with regular lashes that you don't get to lash every lash.
Yeah. And I mean, once in a while, circumstantial. I've had a client that has really sparse natural lashes, and like weirdly enough, they don't even have that many that are like in the infant stage. So I lash almost all the lashes because you need to fill them up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I feel like with the majority of my clients, I do lash every single lash, but there are a few where I'm like, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stickies don't matter that much.
Stickies are illegal, actually.
If that is your belief, you need to go back to day one of your lash training.
Or actually find a new lash training because stickies are an absolute not okay.
Inner corners just don't last no matter what.
I mean, no matter what, I will say that they're usually the first to go, especially with somebody who's very active on their face, touching the inner and outer corners. But, I mean...
But, also I feel like no matter what is crazy.
Well, you know what that could mean, too, though, is I've had people, like say, well, I don't lash them because they're going to come off anyway. And I don't think that's a good excuse. Like if somebody has viable lashes to lash in the inner or outer corner and it would complete the look, then you should lash them, and probably with very, very short lashes, which a lot of lash artists don't have in their toolbox. That's the problem, is you need to carry 5s, 6s, and 7s in your inventory. So if you need those, hit up Brilliance mini mix trays, because you can get a mini mix tray of just 5, 6, and 7, maybe 8s too, and just have like an arsenal of those because you don't go through them very fast. But you should always have short lashes in stock for the inner and outer corners, and that will help them last longer.
What she said. You should always use the same mapping. We went over this on the last podcast. I will say it again. We are in 2026. Do not put a cat eye on every single person.
You know, in 2009, I did the same mapping on
and that's fine. Everybody was ratchet in 2009.
Yeah, it was bad.
Everybody and everything was ratchet in 2009, but that's not the case anymore. So get it together.
Not okay.
Longer lashes look better on everyone.
Ugh.
No. Could you imagine like having like a little like old lady client and you put 16s on her?
I could almost say shorter lashes almost always look better on everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Short, you can go short and it's safe, but you can't go long and be safe.
Agreed.
Yeah.
You need to isolate perfectly every time or the set is ruined.
Agree.
Isolate those damn lashes.
Always.
Being booked out means you're successful.
Disagree. Yeah, you know.
I'm going to agree.
Yeah, you're right. I'm quick to say disagree, but that's because I'll go ahead and let you go first.
I'm going to say everybody has different definitions of successful. I would personally say like successful. When I think of like, oh, I'm successful, I'm thinking like, okay, wait, then maybe disagree. I don't know. I'm thinking like money-wise, like obviously if you're fully booked out, you're doing something right and like that's good. Like you want to be fully booked out, but if you're fully booked out and you're not like financially stable and you're not making a lot of money, then I would say you're not very successful. But it is a very good success that you are fully booked out.
Yeah, I will say like that is a defining factor, I think, of a successful anything, is if you're booked, people are obviously coming to you because you're good. My thought went to where my like mentoring more recently goes to is that a lot of people who are booked aren't charging enough.
Yeah.
And then they're burnt out. And that to me is also not successful. But I just meant like, it doesn't mean you're successful to be booked out. It means you're successful if you're booked out and you're happy.
Period.
Then you're successful.
I agree. Okay. Lower prices equals more clients, which equals more money.
It's like, I think it's in that weird gray area again where it's like, wait, say it again.
Lower prices equals more clients, which equals more money. I'm going to say disagree, because say that you're charging $65 for a fill and you're fully booked out because, hello, like that's really cheap for a fill. I feel like you could be making the same amount of money with fewer clients in less time. Because also, like, I feel like more clients doesn't always equal more money if your prices aren't
Well, it's like rolling into the last one. It's like, if you have like ridiculously cheap prices, you might get an influx of clients. They might not really respect you or your craft.
I was about to say those clients probably aren't the ones that a lot of people want.
So then you're going to run into that problem where more clients and you're super booked, but are you making enough money?
Okay, yeah. Raising prices makes clients leave. Again, very circumstantial. I feel like raising prices can make your clients leave, but I feel like that also opens up the door for a better, higher end client that you're wanting. And
there's also like a delivery method, I think, to it. It's like, did you warn your clients about the price range raise? Was it did it make sense that you raised your prices? Because, for example, the way that we teach our students is like, after you learn lashes, you should kind of be an apprentice for a minute, which means you have lower prices, but you're also positioning yourself as a newer lash artist, which is why you charge less. Once you reach a certain milestone, then you raise your prices, but you explain, hi, I've reached a new milestone in my career. These are my new prices. Like, there's a whole strategy to raising your prices correctly to prevent losing clients, you know, versus just like randomly giving them a new price. Like, that could be frustrating.
Yeah, I feel like that kind of plays into because I started tattooing. So my first 10 tattoos were $25. After I did 10, it is now $35. After I do 10, it's now $45. When people are booking with me, because a lot of people are booking with me from a TikTok that I made that said tattoos $25 only, but I'm texting them and I'm saying, hey, since I've already done my first 5 rounds of models, the price is now up to $75. If you want to continue booking, you can continue booking. So, like, just explaining to them that, hey, you are raising your prices because you are at a higher standard now and your work is better and you're more confident in it.
Yeah. And giving clients a fair warning about why the price is raised,
Exactly.
I think, you know. But also, like you said earlier, if somebody leaves when you raise your prices, then they're going to go to someone who they can afford, and you're going to have an open book for somebody who can afford you. So it's all win-win.
Exactly. More clients is always better. I'm going to say disagree.
And to be honest, I like my schedule.
I feel like more clients, I don't know. I'm just going to go with
No,
what she
because
said.
I think it still rolls into the same thing we've been talking about the last
Yeah.
two things. It's like more clients at less money. Is that better than, honestly, like charging double, working half the amount of time but making the same amount of money?
But what if it's more clients at your good price?
Yeah.
Then yes.
Then yes.
Okay. Expensive services scare clients away.
They scare the right clients away.
I was about to say, like, I mean, yes, but, like, those are the clients that you don't want.
And I think as a lash artist, as a, like, successful, higher rate lash artist, then part of what I feel like needs to be understood by the client is that it's an investment that does require maintenance. So yes, it's like, it's not something people get them for special occasions, but you know, if you can't afford maintaining lashes, then just don't get them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wholesale is only for big brands.
Wholesale is only for big brands? I don't even know what that means.
I'm going to say disagree because I'm taking it as, like, lash artists don't need to buy wholesale items. Buy cleansers wholesale.
Yeah.
Buy Clarity Cleanser wholesale and sell them to your
And
clients.
support our small-ish business.
Yeah. If you're not fully booked, you're failing.
Disagree? I'm trying to process that.
I would say disagree. I feel like
Everybody's building.
I feel like you're never really necessarily failing in your business.
You shouldn't even look at it that way.
Yeah, no. Like, if you have only 3 clients a week, okay, that's better than having 0. You're not failing.
Yeah, and try to have 4 clients a week by next month.
Exactly. You should say yes to every client. Absolutely not.
Yeah. I mean, how do you know when to say no to a client? When they're being a pain in the ass when they try to schedule, you know?
I can catch the vibe.
Yeah, you got to read the room a little bit.
I had a client, did her lashes once. I was like, not my vibe. I'd rather be sane than do her lashes. I gave her to somebody else.
Who? Oh. Yeah. No, don't spend time with people that, like, change your vibe.
Yeah, no.
Frequency. Protect those boundaries.
Good work will automatically go viral.
I mean, I don't post anything, so how could it go viral?
Disagree.
Honestly, at the end of the day, I don't think you can truly tell if a set is good in a picture because some sets look good in a picture, but they're not isolated correctly, so they're actually horrible sets. So I don't think there's even a way to tell good work from pictures alone.
You have to post on social media every day to grow. I'm going to disagree. I will say, obviously, being consistent on social media is, like, one of the biggest things. But, like, posting every day, not necessarily also the biggest thing, because I feel like a lot of people will also be like, oh, why is she posting so many times in one day? Like, I don't want to follow this. It's spammy. It's annoying. You know, so I do kind of feel like, obviously, you do need to be consistent, but also you need to be consistent in your outreach and your engagement on your stories. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think that posting every single day will necessarily help you grow, but like staying consistent. So whether that's like every other day, every 3 days, like something along those lines.
And one thing too is like quality over quantity.
Yes.
Is kind of proven in marketing now, where someone could post every day, but if it's not good posts, it doesn't mean anything, versus someone who maybe put a lot of thought into 1 or 2 posts a week that were meaningful and like helped convert to real clients. I think that can be good enough too.
I agree. Okay, more followers equals more clients. Disagree. Your followers are not your clients.
Yeah, not in this business, you know. It's really just your portfolio.
I agree.
Yeah.
Educational content is boring.
I love educational content. That's all I do in my free time. I learn. And she disagrees with me. She agrees with the statement.
I think that
Those posts don't convert so much on our accounts, huh?
yeah, no, I just kind of feel like obviously they're like good to like have, but like I'm not gonna find myself sitting there watching an educational video.
Well, and we are in a time where ChatGPT is very available to learn, so it's like, yeah, perhaps it's very interesting because yes, like if I want fast information, I'm not gonna like watch a video, but sometimes I like the material presented to me a little bit.
See, you know, I disagree with that. I feel like a lot of the time if I have like a question about something, I don't normally go to ChatGPT. I go to TikTok because I don't like reading.
Well, there you go. So educational content, but sometimes it's not presented in an educational way.
But it's also boring.
Yeah.
I mean, it's useful. Like, keep it. Like, keep posting. But I'm not going to disagree that it's boring.
Well, here's the thing. I think educational content should be just like one smaller percentage of the types of content that you post.
Oh, totally.
Because you do need to educate your audience whether it's boring or not.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. If a video flops, your account is dead.
Oh, gosh. This is so dramatic.
Videos flop all the time. Literally, you can go to freaking Kylie Jenner's TikTok, and there's going to be a post with 400 million views, and there's going to be one with 28 million views.
Yeah.
And that to her is
a
flopping. Like, it just fluctuates.
Well, and how the algorithm works is like you could post something and it could actually get traction like a month later.
So that happened to me. I posted a video and it got like maybe 2,000 views, and then a month later it blew up and now it's at like 700,000.
You never know.
You never know. Reposting content is bad. I think reposting it in a different way. I personally, like, I'm not a big fan of like copy paste the exact same reel, exactly what you posted a month ago, reposting that. Don't do that. But like repurposing it, like if it's the same like edit of something, you can repurpose that.
What about like reposting an old feed post to your story? Just to like,
oh, that's fine.
Show it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like don't really feel like the same exact thing needs to be posted on your feed.
Yeah. Over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aesthetic matters more than messaging.
Depends on who you're talking to, but some people are aesthetically driven.
Yeah.
But
clients care most about price.
I mean, some do, probably. You know? Like
I'm going to say the way that they get into your chair, they're most of the time concerned about price and quality. But then I feel like the way that they stay is like you and the lashes.
The experience.
Yeah.
But it is interesting because it's like there are clients that, I mean, and hey, look, everybody's got their own financial situations going on, but there are clients who come in and never ask the price and never like flinch at it. Mm-hmm. But then there are the people who go, oh no, that's too much, which means they only care about price, which is kind of sad because we're talking about your eyes. So you don't care about quality. Like if anything, I feel like if you're going to like say, wow, your price is so high, why? Let's ask why the price is higher.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm not one of those people, so I don't know.
Nice clients are always good clients. Really?
I don't know. If you're nice, what
I feel like you could be the nicest person in the entire world and still be flaky.
Like my ex-roommate. She was nice, right?
Yeah, no, you could be the nicest person in the entire world and you can still be flaky. You cannot tip your person.
That's
you
true.
can be late. The thing about like super nice clients is they will be late, but they'll bring you Starbucks in. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to have to say, no, they're not always good clients. Sure, they're nice.
That's true. That's true. I agree with you. Disagreeing.
Period. If a client leaves, it's your fault.
I mean, they could leave because they moved. They could leave because they're sick. They could leave because they're broke. They could leave because they're choked. They could leave because they smoke.
I know that's right. No, they could leave for various reasons. Maybe they can't afford lashes anymore. Maybe they just want to take a break. Maybe they want to rub their eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Want to do that? I don't need to rub my eyes ever.
Dude, taking off my lashes and rubbing my eyes is like actually the best feeling of life.
Do you want me to take your lashes off?
No, I'm not sitting through a full set.
Yeah, no.
I would rather die. Clients know what style suits them.
Almost never. Unless they've had lashes for a long time. Maybe they do.
Yeah. You should always say yes to what the client wants. The clients don't know what they want. I know what they want. If they don't tip, they don't like you. I disagree.
Yeah, some people just don't tip.
Some people don't tip. Some people don't tip. Some people just don't tip.
Some people just don't tip.
You can't fire clients. Girl, fire those clients.
There's plenty of other lash artists out there.
Fire them.
It's actually so empowering.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun. All lash brands are basically the same.
Not brilliant.
Nah, we different.
We different.
We different out here.
Yeah.
Oil-free equals automatically safe for lashes. There's other things that are inside of products that are bad for lashes, and there's also other products that are actually, it says oil-free, but a product that's inside of it could contain oil.
Yeah, packaging is really weird in that way, unfortunately. So it's best to invest in a lash-specific cleanser like Clarity.
Clean lashes don't matter that much.
Why would you want to be dirty? Why would you not agree?
Because I don't like cleaning my lashes, so I felt like it was very hypocritical if I said yes to that or if I said no to that.
Do you want your clients to clean their lashes?
I mean, I feel like a lot of them really don't, and they're normally fine.
All right.
But, like, also, clean your lashes, you dirty
the problem is that, like, honestly, it's very individual. Because I've had clients who wear massive amounts of makeup and have like amazing retention, but I think it's kind of comes down to like the oiliness of your skin naturally. Because like you come in with your lashes, your fans are like closed. You come in with like a wet set every time.
God forbid a girl have that glazed donut skin. Okay?
Go for it. Yeah.
Tweezers don't affect speed that much. Guys, I'm not even kidding you. I had the same Love Boat for like 3 months, and I just like. I was like, you know what, let me just replace my tweezer. I replaced my tweezer and the Golden Gates opened up.
That happened to me yesterday.
It happened to me like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I literally was like, okay, this one's fine, but like something's just off about it. So I grabbed another one. Holy shit. I was like, dude.
The Golden Gates opened up.
You have to replace your tweezers. I feel like we should have a tweezer club and just send them one a month.
We should.
Just, like make it pretty inexpensive. Just like, just have a new tweezer. Just luxuriate.
Oh, I like that. Viral products equal best products.
No, don't follow the hype all the time.
Lash trays are all the same.
Obviously not. Oh my God. Try Brilliant Softline if you haven't already. Your life will be changed.
Most lash artists plateau because they stop caring about quality. What does plateau mean?
Like, don't get better. I could see some of that happening, like with people that I know, where they just like don't get new clients, but they don't try anything new.
But I also feel like that doesn't always have to do with quality. It could just be they're steady with where they're at right now and they don't want more clients. So I feel like that's, again, circumstantial.
Circumcision.
A lot of viral lash artists aren't actually that good. We've been over this so many times.
We don't know. Hard to know.
Yeah. You don't need more education. You need more practice.
Somewhat, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I agree.
Yeah.
I agree to disagree. Speed without control is useless. How do you not have control?
Yeah, you have to have control.
I'm not understanding that.
Perfect isolation.
Your sets reflect your standards, not your skill. I'm going to say I agree. I think that your sets reflect the standards that you have for your skill.
Nicely put. I like that one. That was good.
Feeling very vocabularied today.
Yeah, your vocab's like on fire.
Except you know what word Jess uses all the time, and I feel like you use it, Grace uses it. However, like I want to start saying that, like, you know what, I like Taco Bell, however, I need to be skinny. Because I always just say but like, however. Like Jess says it all the time.
Jess has a couple of cute ones that are just kind of funny.
Yeah, she's like,
However.
Like, I love that word.
Maybe we'll do one practice a day. We'll start practicing. Like, use however to me, please.
Okay. If your work only looks good on Instagram, it's not good work. Agreed. If it only looks good on Instagram, yes. No.
Yeah. Like I said, you can't tell good work from a picture alone. You have to go through it.
So are you agreeing or disagreeing?
What was it? How did it go?
What?
What was the statement?
If your work only looks good on Instagram, it's not good work.
If it only looks good on Instagram, no.
Okay, thank you. Some people shouldn't be teaching yet.
Yes, agreed.
Yes,
If
agreed.
you don't have enough experience, you shouldn't be teaching yet.
You're not underpriced, you're underskilled.
Probably,
You're
because
not
if you have to choose, well, no, I don't know. I was going to say, if you have to charge really low prices, it might be because you can't charge high prices. Your skills aren't good.
I'm going to say this because even we have people who like come to the salon and they charge little to nothing because they don't have the skills to be confident and actually build a clientele yet.
Confidence is a skill.
Your content is why you're not booked.
I know plenty of lash artists that don't post anything and they're booked solid because word of mouth does work too.
Clients can feel when you're insecure.
Oh, I can tell when you're insecure. For sure.
I can smell your insecurity from a state away.
That's also something huge. I always encourage every lash artist to understand vocabulary and language, saying the right things to not present insecurity. Like, are you okay? Are they okay? Do you like them? Like, that to me feels very insecure versus more confident. Let me know if there's anything you don't like. You can't hurt my feelings. That's like how I like to present that.
That and also like when you're like looking at them, oh my God, these are so cute. Wow, I'm so good at what I do. Wow, these are
If you
gorgeous.
really mean it.
Well, yeah, but like that's what I always
As you
do. Well, because I always look good.
Yeah, exactly.
But like or like even if I'm like, okay, wait, hold on, they're almost perfect. I just want to tape you back up and put on 2 more lashes on the side to completely even it out.
Yeah.
You don't sound like you don't know what you're doing. You sound confident. You're just like making a little tweakeroo. I also feel like you can just tell by like the energy of the person. Like when they're lashing you, the way that they're talking, the tone of their voice. If you can tell if people are nervous, and nervous normally stems from not being confident, being a little bit insecure about what they're doing.
If you're nervous to lash, then you haven't done enough practice yet because you should feel confident by the time you're charging full price.
You don't need motivation, you need discipline.
Well, that's just like a right field. Like, that's philosophical. I don't know. Yes, you need discipline. Forget motivation. Well, what I've learned is like you shouldn't rely on motivation because you're sometimes going to be motivated and you're sometimes not, like especially as women, we're like, you know, like, but if you're like disciplined and you're like, you go to the gym anyway, even when you're not feeling it, you know what I mean?
What does that have to do with lashes? You're not motivated to go to work. You just go to work because you have to. That's not motivation or discipline. That's just what you have to do.
Yeah. I'm not sure. We need to have like a third.
What that has to do with anything.
That was random. So, chat.
Most people quit before they would have succeeded.
I mean,
I'm going to say not most people.
Well, but how about for the people that do quit? They quit because...
I'm going to say I agree. I feel like in a lot of people's career, when you first start out, you're, practice, 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 practice. You're running off of momentum, off of boom, 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 boom. Then you kind of start
Plateau. That's a plateau.
Plateau. And there are some
However-
people who give up during that plateau. However, the people who persevere, then after the plateau doesn't normally go back down. The plateau normally.
There you go.
Oh, not that part, but just like
Just continue to go up.
Yes.
I think that was a good one. That was a really great representation of your idea.
Thank you.
So I feel like the vocabulary was great. This is always fun. It's always fun to just randomly chit chat and talk
Sometimes
some
we just need
shit.
to play a game.
Yeah.
However, sometimes we don't.
Boom.
2 for 2.
Does that conclude our
That is all we have
voting?
for you guys today. If you guys agree or disagree with us, let us know down in the comments. And
Don't forget to try Brilliant Lash Pro.
kisses, love you, bye.
Bye.